Hi guys, this is Ashley back with another video. Before we get into the video, like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Make sure to turn on post notifications. Nicki Minaj went on Stationhead to get some things off her chest. She threw some shade, unfortunately, at Megan Thee Stallion and Icespxce and whoever else is on tour. And she is calling out the industry for trying to sabotage her current Pink Friday 2 tour, the second leg, and here's what she had to say.
I am so disappointed because oftentimes
Ash Miracle.
they are people that you really loved or really looked up to. When are y'all going to realize for the second year in a row, I sold the most albums this year
Ash
in
Miracle.
female rap without having released an album? When are y'all going to realize 81 million does not include all those festivals I did where there were like 50,000 people there in all those different countries? So that 125 million doesn't include those festivals either. The top streamed female rapper on Spotify, the 228K, the 375K, that ain't nobody ever beaten 15 fucking
Ash Miracle.
years. 15. You think I would have been saying everything I've been saying, which is only barely scratching the surface, if I gave a Only God puts fear, instills fear into me. It look easy, don't it? Didn't it look real easy to go on a arena tour?
Ash Miracle.
Sell out. Didn't it look so easy? Everybody thought they could do it. I do it. I do. You do it. You get a tour. You get a.
Ash Miracle.
And then thought they was setting me up by doing another tour. They wanted to see how this second leg would perform without any promotion, apparently.
Okay, so let me know, who do y'all think she was talking about? Because Sexy Red on tour, but she did have to cancel a few shows. But, I don't know if she'd be shading Sexy Red. This seems like maybe a Megan Thee Stallion slap, okay? Because Megan Thee Stallion did 30 shows, but they only showcased the revenue for 8 shows because she didn't sell out 30 shows, okay? Icespxce went on tour. She had trouble and issues with Cleopatra, but that was not an arena tour. Cardi B doesn't tour anywhere other than the courtrooms. Scratch Off's tour is flopping, so she could be talking about a few different people, okay? But Nicki Minaj also said, despite the sabotage, she don't have any fear, especially when it comes to executives. The only person she fear is God, okay? So she also said that. Now, moving on from that, it looks like Cardi B has sent her Pitbùll, Ken Barbie, after Nicki Minaj. Now, Ken Barbie responded to Nicki Minaj throwing shade at Titanic Records for them laying off big executives, okay, like Julie Greenwald and Kevin Lyle, other executives at Titanic Records. Ken Barbie, the science experiment, said, "Mother effers trying to turn everything into a gotcha moment. Universal and Sony labels went through a reconstructing in February and May, okay?" And Ken Barbie pulled up some articles that had talked about Universal doing some layoffs. I think it was in February of 2024. Here's the thing about the botch blogger, okay? You don't have all the facts. First of all, big executives like Kevin Liles and Julie Greenwald are leaving Titanic Records because Titanic Records is in debt. Okay? Universal is not in debt. That's why Lucian Grange and his son are taking over Titanic, dummy. And it's because Titanic Records needs saving because they're not making much money off of the artists over at Titanic. Like Bruno, your friend, Cardi B, Ed Sheeran. And it's not even because they're not releasing music. It's because they barely release music. They come out every 6 to 7 years. And they can't afford to sign new talent. Okay? Now, if you guys remember, earlier this year, it was reported that as of March 31st, 2024, Warner and Titanic Records reported cash balance was $587 million. Okay? Their total debt is $3.984 billion. Okay? And their cash used to operating activities increased to $31 million in the quarter compared to $6 million in the prior year quarter. So Warner's in billions of dollars in debt. Universal is not. And that's the main reason why they begged Lucian Grange and his son to come help save Titanic Records from continuing to sink due to their lack of artists dropping and the stallation of Cardi B's album. Okay? So that's the facts. I just pulled up the receipts. Now, moving on to Megan Thee Stallion. Megan Thee Stallion gets humiliated yet again. Kelsey, Megan Thee Stallion's ex-best friend, obviously we know they fell out, obviously, after the shooting that took place in 2020. She was spotted at Nicki Minaj's concert. Okay, this might have been in Dallas, Houston, or whatnot. And a lot of fans are calling her out.
Y'all know what the fuck going on. Come on, Pùnks.
Okay, so a lot of fans are calling out Kelsey, saying that she is taunting Megan Thee Stallion, going to Gag City, tour. I think this is her second or third show she went to. I don't even think this was the first. I could have sworn she went to another show. And here's the thing. Kelsey is basically a Barb. She's a Nicki Minaj fan. Megan Thee Stallion used to be a Nicki Minaj fan. I think all the female rappers, despite some of them beefing with Nicki Minaj, they are Nicki Minaj fans. When Nicki Minaj dropped music, best believe Megan Thee Stallion, Lotto, Cardi B, all of them are secretly in their closet, okay, or in their bedroom with the door locked, listening to the new songs, okay? When Pink Friday 3 drop, they gonna be the first one to listen. Best believe, okay? Everybody's a fan of Nicki Minaj, the musician, okay? But people may not like her personality, but you cannot say you don't like her music, okay? Stop it. Now, moving on from that, Lotto is putting out, allegedly, a remix to Brokey. That is one of the more popular songs on the album, okay, that she just released. Let me know who you guys want to be on the remix. Allegedly, she's thinking about putting Cardi B on the remix. She already had Megan Thee Stallion on the album, so I don't think it would make sense for her to be on a remix. Or maybe she'll call up Champagne Thickums again. You know, they did their collaboration. What was it called? Housekeeping. That flopped. But I don't think that could save the song. Because if your first collaboration with Champagne Thickums flopped, I think the second one probably going to flop. He don't have the same steam as he used to. He not charting as much. Kung Fu Kenny ended his career. So, I mean, I really don't know who she should put on it. Because Cardi B kind of flopping too. Okay, female rap ain't as popping as it used to be. You know what I'm saying? I feel like female rappers are not selling what they should be selling. Okay? I don't know if any female rapper could help her chart except like Doja Cat or something. You know, because the other female rappers, are barely charting, and Nicki Minaj don't really mess with her. So there's that. Now, Queen B talks about her mental health. Okay? In GQ, she said that her work-first lifestyle caught up with her, resulting into insomnia, physical exhaustion, and poor mental health. She said that she's intentional about her work-life balance, and she's more successful because of it. She said, I don't waste my time on something unless I'm deeply passionate about it. If I don't wake up thinking about it or I don't go to sleep dreaming about it, it's not for me. She said, I build my work schedule around my family. I try only to tour when my kids are out of school. So when you don't see me on red carpets and when I disappear until I have art to share, that's why. Okay, so it looks like Queen B is putting her family first, but I also think she don't pop out as much is because she got to keep tabs on Camel Face to make sure he not cheating. Okay, see, this is how he was able to cheat so much before, because she wasn't always around. Okay, but I will say that even though Queen B is taking a back seat, she's not really doing much like she used to. I do feel like it has affected her music, because I just don't feel like the music is the same. Like, there was a time where every Queen B song used to hit. It don't feel like that now. The albums aren't as great as they used to be. No shade. I feel like Queen B low-key has lost the passion behind the music. I feel like she's more passionate about her other business ventures than she is about the music. You know what I'm saying? Like, even doing this interview is because of her whiskey brand. You know what I'm saying? But like when Cowboy Carter came out, we didn't get nothing. Barely any promotion, no music videos or whatnot. The music wasn't even that great. You had a Purdue Chicken collaboration. The Purdue Chicken collaboration flopped. The Post Malone collaboration flopped. It just feels like the music is not creating longevity for you. Okay, that's the only thing. It's like SOS is still on the 200 album chart. Cowboy Carter is not. Anti is still on the 200 album chart. Cowboy Carter and Renaissance is not. Those came out recently. What's going on? Now, moving on to Travis and Sabrina Carpenter. Unfortunately, Sabrina Carpenter will not be going number one for the fourth week in a row. Travis will get his fraudulent number one, selling 130,000 copies in his fourth week, even though the last 2 weeks he was selling 25,000 for a 10-year-old mixtape. So I definitely don't believe he's doing 100K the fourth week. Sabrina Carpenter will be doing 110,000 her fourth week. And to be quite honest, Travis deserves Donkey of the Day. You know that number one is fraudulent. I definitely don't believe that he's doing 100K in his fourth week over a 10-year-old mixtape. Now, if it was a new album, it would be a little bit more believable, but it's not, okay? And considering that the first week he allegedly did 300,000 in purse sales, but then the second week he only did 30,000 total, just doesn't logically make any sense. So stop with the fraudulent numbers, Travis. And unfortunately, you're getting Donkey of the Day. Okay? Now, moving on from that, Ckiminaj, a.k.a. Champagne Thickums' favorite media personality, okay, the person that he confides in, is saying that Nicki Minaj is betraying Champagne Thickums by complimenting The Weeknd, okay? And possibly working with him would be a diss to Champagne Thickums. Now, Nicki Minaj tweeted, and we went over this yesterday, how does The Weeknd still have a sweet young sounding falsetto? And, she was sharing her station head link. He responded with heart emojis. And Whackademic said this on his stream.
Tweets us out.
Ash Miracle.
I thought while getting Drake's back low-key, Nicki sent a diss at Drake twice recently. I'm going to explain.
Ash Miracle.
Yeah.
I think Nicki knows Drake and Abel or The Weeknd ain't really cool right now. But you know what she does? She sends this tweet out complimenting The Weeknd. What does that mirror? Why she was mad at Drake when Drake did a song with Lotto. Oh, you can't say nothing with me. Hey, you did a song with Lotto. Remember she called him ugly. She said the two ugly boys. She was talking about Party Next Door and Drake for giving Lotto a look. You get what I'm saying?
Miracle.
Yo, that's my op. You giving her a look? Yo, you crazy? Yo, what the fuck? All right, bet. Oh, this your op? All right. I'm giving him a look.
So this is interesting because if Whackademics is saying this, that means Champagne Thickums might have said something to Whackademics because Whackademics and Champagne Thickums talk. Okay, he be telling Whackademics what to tell the general public. Champagne Thickums often texts Whackademics, and that's why Whackademics be on Champagne Thickums D all the time. So this makes me think that Champagne Thickums might feel some type of way about Nicki Minaj complimenting The Weeknd. And then on top of that, he is probably going to try to get his lick back at Nicki Minaj and work with Cardi B. Okay? Because according to Whackademics, he believes Nicki Minaj did this because of the scratch-off collaboration. But if Nicki Minaj collaborates with The Weeknd again, and The Weeknd and Champagne Thickums are beefing, I can definitely see Champagne Thickums working with Cardi B. And that's going to be messy. Oh my goodness. Can we leave the beefing in 2024? All this beef, Abel and Champagne Thickums and Kung Fu Kenny and Champagne Thickums, Nicki and Cardi, Megan, Scratch Off. Can we leave the beefing in 2024? Because half of y'all not even putting out diss records. Only Nicki, Megan, Kung Fu Kenny, and Champagne Thickums put out diss records. The rest of y'all don't even be putting out diss records to be beefing. But can we leave it in 2024? We not getting no diss tracks because it's getting messy, and sometimes it's getting messy for no reason. If y'all not putting out no diss tracks, it ain't no reason to be beefing. Okay, only beef you gonna put out diss tracks in 2025, and so far only Nicki, Megan, Champagne Thickums, and Kung Fu Kenny have been actively putting out diss tracks. The rest of y'all not doing what y'all supposed to be doing in hip-hop. So we need to leave the beefing in 2025. In 2024 if y'all not going to be putting out diss tracks. Now, moving on from that, Donkey of the Day is going to Amber Horn. Okay? So Amber Horn was spotted out with Teyana Taylor's ex-husband, Iman Shumpert, a D-list basketball player. Well, I would say C-list. He's not D, but he ain't B or A. But a C-list basketball player that tried to turn into a rapper, and that career failed. Okay? He's been spotted out with Amber Horn after his divorce to Teyana Taylor. And Teyana Taylor's friend exposed that Amber Horn and Iman were actually messing around while he was married to Teyana Taylor. Okay, and she has receipts. So the friend said, this is funny to me because when we were on the boat on New Year's Eve, you and your friends villainized me for peeping the sneaky-ish that was going on while Teyana and her kids were on the same boat. And I was right. This proves my point. Then you want to be crying a river on that girl's phone The next day, my friend has been nothing but graceful this whole time, but you played an effing game. Tiana, I'm sorry that I got this deep, but I'm tired of you taking the high road. You've done everything in your power to save this man and his image. Amber Rose, I wish you would deny it for these blogs because I recorded the whole conversation and y'all making excuses about him being single, but he was good and married when this ish started. Corny as F, okay? So Amber, I'm giving you donkey today because you was crying about your ex leaving you for an 80-year-old woman, well, an 80-year-old icon named Cher, but you've been an industry pass around since the beginning of time. Okay? Aren't you tired of being ran through? I mean, you got 3,000 bodies and nothing really to show for it. And now that you're Trump's puppet, you think you big and bad, and you're not. You got more hair on your coochie than you do on top of your head. Okay? And to be quite honest, this is a complete downgrade. I'd rather be with Tiana than Amber Horn any day of the week. Okay? Because Amber Horn is the biggest industry thought. She damn near 40, has no talent. At least Tiana has a career. She acts, she sings. She's not an industry thought turned politician puppet like Amber Horn. So at the end of the day, this is a complete L. Iman, this is embarrassing. I mean, at least upgrade. These men never upgrade. They only downgrade. And so with that being said, donkey of the day to Amber Horn, another industry thought, just like Ruby Rose, hoeing and throwing around and got nothing really to show for it. Now, moving on from that, Katy Perry is teasing a possible 143 Deluxe on TikTok. She said, what if there are more songs that come out soon? No, Katy, please don't put out more songs. Why are you putting out more songs and the ones you have out are flopping? Who does that? I don't understand. I remember when people used to put out deluxe when the album was successful. Now people are putting out deluxe even when the album is flopping. I don't get that. Please don't put out no more singles. You do not need to do that. What you need to do is go back on American Idol or maybe go on The Voice and call it a day. We don't want to hear any more music from you. I don't want to hear any more 2017, 2018 sounding music from you. Wrap it up. It also has been reported that allegedly Diddy has been accused of having sex with young boys in alleged book from the late ex Kim Porter. Okay? And I got the tea on that. Who has Diddy slept with and who were at the parties on Patreon. But some of your faves were there. So y'all might not be too happy about it. But with that being said, it looks like the industry as a whole is about to get exposed. Now, my whole thing with this, though, I do find it weird that they're revealing all this information, all this evidence and stuff that they really supposed to be using in court. Okay? Like, usually the evidence gets exposed after court. They're revealing all the evidence before court. Okay? I wonder how that's going to affect the trial. Because usually the evidence don't get revealed until after court. That's what they did with Tory Lanez and other high-profile cases. But now it seems as though with Diddy, they're revealing the evidence before court and trial even starts. I mean, they talking about the 1,000 baby oils and other stuff he had at his home when they raided. They're talking about the tapes. And I'm like, goodness gracious, won't this affect the jury and how they view Diddy? Even though he is definitely not innocent, I feel like they should not be revealing the evidence before trial starts. I find that to be a little bit weird. But anyway, I got some very hot tea on Patreon. Link will be in the description. And have an amazing day.